everyone, Abby here, Purple Cottage Crafts, and I actually started working on this journal. Then I thought, wait a second, let me go ahead and do a video and film it and share with all of you. It has been a minute since I've done any type of a planner slash journal video. It's been a year at least, if not even longer, except for my TN, Trigeminal Neuralgia Craft Week series that I do every October. Anyway, so I thought it'd be kind of fun because I really want to get back into doing the journals with me and then also doing art journaling again. So my excuse has always been, I'm going to wait till my rooms are done, you can't get to all my supplies, blah, 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 blah. But since I was so organized when I packed to move back home, that I had, if you're really clicking, our little Bella's kind of clicking around. I had put like all of my Prima Lavender Frost and a lot of the collection in separate, you know, the 12 by 12 plastic totes like for scrapbook paper. So I had all that stuff kind of organized. My inks are on a cart, which I could get to, and then just some stamps and just some different supplies and things that I've kind of purchased. Don't tell my husband, just kidding. Since we've moved back here. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to just do this. I'm not going to keep waiting around. So I don't have all of my supplies, but that's okay. I mean, there's plenty here, of course. So these I ordered from Amazon, and it came in a pack of 3. The third one is buried right down there. But it's the Moleskine Cahiers collection and the plain journals. I will link these below. And so I thought these would be perfect and great for doing some art journaling and just, you know, not necessarily art like in the mixed media too much, like with, you know, modeling paste and things like that. I mean, more like, excuse me, using like a little bit of watercolor, maybe some of my gelatos, and sorry, my phone is up, and the aqua pastels and stuff. So I was sitting out in the living room, so that's why I have it on this little tray right here. I was gonna sit out there and I thought, you know what, let me film. So I just grabbed some different inks, you know, just some different shades, got my glue stick, got an assortment of washi. These are some pens I got at Target and I love them. Well, I haven't used them, but I love how they look. They're pretty and purple, so, you know. So I have those, and then this is most of the supplies as far as like the decorative papers and embellishments in the stamp set, they are from the Lavender Frost collection. So here are the stamps. I also have an assortment of some different stamps. I can't get to my actual stamp cart where my journaling proper stamps are, but this will be just as fine. So then I have just a ruler to tear. I have some little bits of ephemera and different packaging, glassine bags. I have tissue paper from Timmy, some coffee dyed doilies, vellum sheets, old book pages, my favorite of all time, glue stick. And then this assortment of some purple washies that I could get to. And then these are, excuse me, let me get this out of the way here. These are the pages. I went through the paper pad, the 6x6 pad, and as well as the, just a second, Bella. I'll have to pause here so I can go let her outside. The journaling note cards, and then I have the, where did the pad go that I have? You know, the postcard size, I forget what they call it, but it's this one right here. Oops, I just dropped the thing. I have this paper pad size too, or a little pad. And then I went through some of the embellishment packs, and then I pulled out some, and I did put a photo of this on my Instagram. It was for a different planner I was working on, but it's the same collection. So I will, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I almost said on Prima, go ahead and do that. It's just Purple Cottage Crafts. I have some vellum pieces from the collection and some different die cut pieces, things of that nature. And then these are some of the tickets from the ticket book. I bought the whole collection, so that's minus the flowers on this one. Their first release I bought the whole entire thing. Because I'm a purple girl and I'm crazy. So, and then this is one of the sticker sheets that came in with the vellum. So I have those. These I'm probably going to save and use in my passport planner from Prima. That's the Lavender Frost collection. I'll probably save those because these are more appropriate to that size of a traveler's notebook. So I just kind of pulled out some of the different papers and things that interested me and kind of creating the base layer for the covers, what I want to be working on. So I'm going to set this off to the side so I can have some room. Oh, where am I going to put this off to the side? I'll do it when I pause to go let little Bella out. Oh, also some of the chipboard stickers. So, oops, sorry. So I'm not sure if I'll use those or not, just to have them. And then, so this is kind of what I was thinking. I'll do this real quick and then I'll let her out. So I grabbed this paper from the 6x6 pad, just kind of distress the edges with my scissors. And I kind of want to, I don't want to cover the whole front cover. I like the idea of the craft, but I kind of want to build like a little collage-y, kind of a little vignette on the front. So this I tore in half. I don't know the placement yet, but these are just some of the different components. Some of these I'm not using. I just grabbed them all at one time, but off the front room area where I was sitting. So, and yeah, so I'm kind of gonna go ahead and get myself organized, let her out, and then I'll come back and I'll be a little more ready to start creating in my journals. Okay, and we are back. Oh, right, so kind of thinned down my workspace a little bit so I had some more room. All right, so I like this here, but before I start layering too much, I did want to grab, I can't get like to my vellum and stuff. So this is a really good thing for me because it's challenging me to think a little bit outside the box and not so much rely so much on my usual supplies that I have, because you know, we can't always, well, at least for me, especially right now, have access to all of my supplies like all of the time. Now I wish that was a little bit longer. I like that. That looks good like that. So I'm thinking maybe that. This is just some parchment paper from the kitchen. Then I also had this. I wasn't sure if I wanted, I think I like that white parchment because I'm worried about this competing with the other print, so we won't use that. Grab here. I had a little doily. And you know, and if this is how my creative process works, and not just me, I know obviously thousands and thousands of other crafty peeps too, not just me, but I'm just saying. So if you're new to my channel, you might be thinking, you don't, you know, you're like, why do you have so much stuff for just a little, you know, cover of a journal? This is what Abby does. I love things with lots of layers and texture, and to have I just love that. And so I grab a lot of things so I can kind of pull from some stuff, take some things away, and get inspired by just kind of like what's around me. And sometimes I only put things out just so I can visually look at them and then not even use them. I don't think I like that, but oh, let's try the smaller doily. Maybe that's why. So, but you know, when I start doing, get back in the routine of doing my journals with me, they won't always be like super long. I mean, they're going to be, I guess, the length they're going to be, but there will be some days when I do the journal, when I set up my pages, I won't go into like a lot of, because you know, like spend like oh, that's much better, spend like a lot of time, because I'll have some spreads that are not as detailed. So if you know, I'm a gabber, and just putting that out there, and in case you're new, like I said, and you know, not everybody likes long videos and such. So you can always, you know, obviously skip ahead if you want to fast forward or turn up the speed or whatever. But so I'm gonna have like a variety. Just kind of depends on the mood, and you know, and sometimes they might even just be a process video. So I'm looking off to the side to look at some of the other embellishments I have over here. Let me grab this tray again. It just depends if I can, if I feel like I can talk that day or not. So my ruler out of there. I want to look at. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Because the elements I pulled out earlier, the ones I showed you on that card, they were the smaller bits because I was working on that passport size, and these are bigger, so I kind of want to just kind of play around with layering. Now I love this, and I'm really going to do, now I am an inker too. I have some inks in here. I have my distress pads and stuff, like I brought in just a handful of my tiny ones, but my ink, I don't have any of the other pads because I didn't bring in any of the purples. So I won't be inking, and that's okay because I don't always have to. I'll add some extra color, like as far as ink with some stamping. So I'm thinking I might like, I don't know if I want to cover that up too much though. I'm trying to think about tearing that down a little bit. I love this. I can cover that up. I'm not worried about that. And then let's do that. Let's kind of make this a little bit shorter. We'll do it like this, like this. Do I want to use this one, or do I want to use my, ooh, let's use my tear ruler. Let's see, let's use this size, or this side I should say. And then, you know, I can keep these scraps to use for other projects. All right, so there's that. And then I don't know if I want it quite that long. Just, again, just kind of playing with the placement here and just really kind of pulling from my scrapbooking days, actually, when I would, you know, kind of figure out the composition for my, I want to test this on a piece of other paper because I want to see what this side looks like. I haven't really played with this side yet. For my layout pages. Oh, I like that. Let's do that. Let's do it this way on the bottom. Oh, I should have done that on the other side too. That's okay. All right. So here is this. And then I want like that. Okay, and then I want this to show that, well, I like that length though. Can you guys see? Okay, I like the length of that. Maybe I'll just tear off the tiniest part on the bottom. Let's do that. And then we'll use this. So what I'll probably end up doing, depends on what time my husband gets home, because again, I'm just repeating this just in case, you know, there are some new people watching me. I'm set up temporarily in our, I probably didn't have enough paper to grab that, no. I'm set up temporarily in our living room, or, you know, kitchen area, dining room area, until my rooms are done. So I try to be respectful and not, you know, make my family feel like they have to be quiet so I can film and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll try to get all of my talkie bits done now while he's gone, and then I can, when I start to glue things down, I'll do that on process, because that's not very exciting, just to watch me glue. I don't think like in real time. All right, so things are gonna slide around. That's okay. I'll put them back. Ooh, I love that deep edge tearing like that. That's really nice. So I think what I want to do on this is, ooh, I left my piece of scratch paper over there, but that's okay because we will just use, oh no, that won't work. Let me just do it on this. Where'd my scissors go? Here they are. Just kind of distress this edge a little bit. You know, I have all of the different brands of distressing tools. The very first one I ever got was from We Are Memory Keepers, way back when I was still going to crops on like Friday nights and Saturday nights at local scrapbook stores when they still existed. That was the very first one I got. And then, you know, all the, you know, from Prima, and then we have from Ranger and Timmy, and oh my goodness, I'm forgetting a couple other brands that I have. But I really like how the distressing I get and the kind of the curling of the page from just scissors. All right, let me dump that over there. So I like how that looks, kind of give it a little bit of an edge. And then what I can do underneath here is this part of the doily that is, oh, well no, because it's poking out the side. But, okay, so it's right down to here. So from here to here, this part of the doily you're not going to see. So I'm going to kind of borrow some of the doily here, and I'm not sure if I have another one quite this small, and I like the smallness of that. It's a little more delicate. So let's put this back. Did I have that over top? Did I have it underneath like this? No, it was like this, right? Was it like that? Or was that on top? I don't remember how I had it. Did I have it above this or below that? Oh my goodness, Abby, you just did it. Okay, I think it was underneath so you could see the top. Okay, so there's that. So I think what I'll do, because I'm already at almost, let's see, almost 9 minutes just kind of messing around with this, I'm going to go ahead and put this portion on process, because as I'm kind of taking things away and adding things in, and then just to kind of make it just a little bit quicker, and then I will see you in the next clip then. so I have done a little bit more arranging since the last time we chatted. So what I have done, grab this here. Nothing's glued down yet, so I'm trying to keep things where they're semi in the right direction. So I just did a little bit of light stamping on the doily using the Stays On Dove Gray, and I'll show you the stamp here in a moment. It's from the Lavender Frost collection. And then on some, just some different book pages I loved the holes on the side of the book page, but I didn't want the text to show through. And so what I did is I took some of that tissue paper tape stuff from Timmy, and I just glued it down over top of the words, and then I just have, you can see the music notes up here, kind of along the side right there. I love how that extra layer of visual interest is there. So what I want to do is, before I start to glue this down 100% now, is, oh, this is the stamp set I use, by the way, or this is from the Lavender Frost collection. I just use this. And I have these two stamps here, and I wanted to kind of mimic the ledger look because of what's on the base of this 6x6 piece of paper. So I think what I'm going to do is select this one here. This probably isn't like a ledger per se. It looks like more like maybe a document, like a, I don't know, like a diploma or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. And so, but I like the shape of it is what I'm getting at. And the other ones, the other ledger stamps I have available to me right now are not the right size. They're way too big. So I was thinking of using this, and I'll show you kind of where I was thinking it. And actually might like, let me just do it. Let me try this way so we can kind of get a little visual here. Sometimes what I would do is I would stamp out on a piece of, you know, scrap paper and then kind of hold it up and look at it. But I think what I'll try to do is just be cheat a little bit, and it's perfect. It's on the right side. So I was thinking about maybe doing a little bit of a stamp. You're not going to see the whole thing, which is totally fine. And like having that kind of underneath. Let me zoom in so you can see what I'm showing you. Just to kind of have that more right here, I'm thinking. Like right in there, just to have that little bit of stamping onto the craft cover itself. Now you might be thinking, wow, you're putting way too much thought and effort into the cover for your journal. That is Abby. This is what I do. So that's just how I have to do it. So, you know, of course I can use this section if I want. I can just stamp this part here, which I might do because I like that with the little ink blot there. So that's kind of what I'm thinking I'm probably going to do. And I'm looking in the viewfinder to see if I like how it looks that way too. I know it's not perfect. Ooh, I could even, well no, I want to stamp directly on the craft. I was thinking I could stamp on a piece of the parchment paper, which would be kind of cool too. Let's do that, just to kind of get a little visual. Let me grab another scrap here. And I like the way that that's kind of torn already, so let's do this. I brought some of my stamp blocks in, but of course I cannot find them right now, so I don't know what I did with them. But I mean, you don't have to have a stamp block, of course. All right, so I kind of like that. So let me just go ahead and off to the side here, stamp this real quick. And then again, I'm going to use the Dove Gray just to kind of keep in tone with the what I used on the top. I'm going to put it over here so I can have more of a flat surface. I know I'm probably off camera. And just a little trick in case, well, I'm not going to show you right now because I actually do want it to go edge to edge, but if you didn't want to have the edging like from the stamp, like when I used, let me stamp this first. Abby gets so many ideas going on in her head that I just can't help myself, and this is probably going to be a little bit crooked. It's kind of slippy, but we'll see if it'll work okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's cover that up since I got my fan blowing right on the ink pad. And I'm just going to kind of tear down this side. And you can make the impression as dark or as light as you prefer. So, maybe just blowing that just real quick. Okay, so let's slide this underneath here and see if we like how that looks. Maybe just that soft little touch like that. I think, oh, I love that. That is what's going to happen. That's just going to stay on there. I'm going to keep it just on the parchment. I love it. It's just this nice little soft, subtle hint of that really pretty Dove Gray. Let me try to grab this again here. Try not to knock into some stuff that's in front of me. doesn't that just look lovely? Oh, it's so pretty, I love it. And I don't mind that the edge is straight because the edge is straight on this piece of parchment right here too, so it doesn't matter. It's fun to mix your different textures together. Just creates, again, you know, more visual interest. So I quite possibly could be Skyping with one of my crafty friends, so I'm not sure. So if I come back on, this is already done. That's what happened because I wanted to get this finished. I did, however, find, I couldn't find I have my round daubers. I don't know where the other one went. I just had it and I'll look for it in a second. I think it's in the basket behind me. So what I brought in, and now I can't find them, are my little square daubers from the Tim Holtz blending tools. So I am going to go ahead and ink the gray around the edges of the papers. I tested it on here and I really liked how that looked, and I'm looking for something white so I can show you. Here, this will work. Now it's real faint. This isn't one of my most favorite tickets, so I wanted to test on that one. I'm going to just go a little bit more so we can kind of get a better idea. That way you can grab the ink pad and kind of show you the difference. On the right side is the inking, and I just really like the way that kind of pops off the page. So there you go. I like how it looks. So ink on that side, not on this one. So I think it looks really cool. I like it. Perfect shade for this collection. So I'm going to go ahead and work on doing that. here she is, all completed. And I love this pen. I got this pack of pens from Target. It's Kelly Ventura, I think. I can't read that script very well, but it's from Blue Sky, and it was this pack of 3 pens. I think I might have shared this early in the video. If I did, I apologize, but this is the one I'm going to be using with this journal, at least for now. Always trading out pens and whatnot, and this is just lovely. I think this is so beautiful. I love all of the different layers and textures and colors and different shades of lavender and lilacs and the gray. I really love that dove gray. Stays on ink with this collection. I think it's perfect and beautiful, and I love it. I did want to note in the video when I was going through and inking the layers, I forgot to show myself stamping on this doily here like I did on the top one. I turned the video off and I completely forgot, and I found it buried. I'm like, oh, well, let's go ahead and just do it. So I just took that stamp I shared with you earlier and just did some light stamping and then just did some inking around the edges. Now this is not as textured, meaning like layer wise, as much as I probably would like on a regular, like a cover of like a journal or tome or whatever, something like that, card, you know, mixed media layout page, because I didn't want to chunk this up so much that I was going to have difficulty when it's open and I'm working on a page, that it's too difficult for me to do any type of, you know, writing or some different types of journaling, and using, you know, different components like, you know, the different decorative pieces and things like that. So I'm also going to be making myself my own letter board that's going to be going in here, and I'll make that a separate video, and that will also ease when I'm working on the left side of the journal. So, and I just think it's beautiful. This is absolutely me, and it's perfect, and I love it. And I definitely will be documenting me working throughout the journal on the different pages. I won't be doing, I know a lot of Traveler's Notebook and Midori and journalers share like they'll do posts of their spreads, which is fine. I mean, I'm planning on doing that too, but I won't be showing my writing in here. And I know a lot of them do, and that's totally cool that they do that. That's not something I'm interested in doing myself, unless it's something pretty generic, you know, just because it's, you know, journaling and personal and all that kind of stuff. But I'm sure I will have, because there's a lot in this one book, and plus I have 2 others, at least from this bundle anyway. I have a lot more than that, but I can't, where I can just have like some decorative pages, and I'm more than happy to share that kind of stuff. Like, you know, maybe a little bit of goals, vision board type of stuff. So totally fine with that. Hope the lighting's okay. It's kind of a blue sky kind of sort of, but it's kind of a little bit overcast, kind of weird outside, so hopefully it's okay. I did want to show this. I haven't done the proper video on this yet, but this is part of a get well happy meal I got from my girl Angie. I call her Allspice. She calls me Cocoa Butter. Why did I share that? I don't know, but I just did. So I thought that was really pretty, and she's got some a little note in the back, and she made me a couple of things too, which I'll share in a separate video. But I will be using this as a bookmark for this journal. I think it's perfect, and I love it, and it's going to make me smile when I look at it and think of her and our friendship, and it makes me happy. So that is that. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I will be doing more of these, of course, and as I'm working on the spreads inside, as well as journaling in my passport traveler's notebook I got from the same collection from Prima. And I think that's it. Oh, did I ever show you keep growing? And I like that phrase. I chose that one because it's a good reminder for me to continue to make sure that I'm growing and stretching myself in my crafting creative journey, as also in my life of, you know, living and trying to function with chronic pain. Just keep growing, keep pushing myself, just keep going, don't stop and stifle myself in any of those areas of life. So I like that. I thought that was pretty cool, and it's fun to use different vintage bits in here mixed in with some new stuff, and of course all the beautiful lilac-y lavender tones. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you look forward to seeing more of these. And if you have any questions, of course, leave in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And I'll see you next time. So happy scrapping, happy planning, happy crafting, and happy journal creating covers. Happy journal cover creating. There, that's the better phrasing, Abby. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.